Hello, I'm Parry. I'll be talking to you about wider engagement and trying to make more of your papers. Organisations have detailed knowledge of their context, and as academics, we access knowledge across different contexts. But by broadening our engagement strategies, we can share knowledge in new contexts, which creates ultimately value for individuals, organisations, and society, and potentially new ways of knowing, new ways of learning, because value is created in context through our organisational engagements. So you've published the paper. Well done. It's a key success criteria for most academics. We've got to share ideas, maybe at conference, a good journal publication hopefully follows. We may give a research seminar on the work. However, normally once we've published, we move on to the next. So follow up by preparing a PowerPoint presentation. It's good to have a slide deck for all your papers. If it's built off a conference, you probably have got most of the PowerPoint presentation done already. You can use those slides in seminars or for teaching. If anyone wants a guest lecture, you're ready to go. 20 minutes, 10 slides is perfect. It also means you don't revisit your work. So I do try and create a slide deck for every paper. Then practice talking it through and record it. I'm doing that right now. You've got a storyline in your head when you create your slide deck. So use PowerPoint to record it as a film. So you save your file as title with voice, record the slideshow voice and animation, and then click on save as. MP4 is probably the best, but you can use Windows Meta Video. You can record one slide at a time if you mess up. A couple of tips: wait 2 seconds before you talk. Don't start with well, basically now anyway. Careful to click record from current slide if you are going through one by one, otherwise you end up overwriting the whole thing, and save regularly. So if you do that, you've now got a video and a slide deck. Having done your film, it's time to write a lay summary. Typically 500 words is about right, 500 to 1,000. Lose or explain all the jargon that you use. We do use a lot of jargon. It's important to look for it, take it out. Don't patronise. You're trying to write something that someone smart can understand. Focus on the outcome or the impact of your work, because that's what most people will actually be interested in. Send it out as appropriate, maybe to your department or your university marketing people, any learned society magazines, the trade press, university PR if it's particularly newsworthy, or pitch it to the conversation. Social media, very important. You should have a LinkedIn page, but you might also have WordPress or Medium, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, or Clubhouse. You need to find what works for you. For instance, Abby Richards got this page on TikTok, and she's very effective sharing her research on disinformation. I like this is on Facebook. Veritasium, I think it is. They share research on there. This is WordPress, and Professor Irene shared her work on both WordPress and Medium. I like YouTube, but even when I use YouTube, I also then publish the paper on LinkedIn, followed by other things. But you've got to find what works for you. My YouTube channel does have good engagement. My channel got 2,300 views in the last 28 days, 165 hours of people watching. I got 20 additional subscribers. So that's 131,000 views to date, 737 subscribers who've watched 132,000 times, which is 7,800 hours of watching. My top 3 videos: the service quality paper I explained, Paracerum, Zeitman and Berries, 45,000 views. I explained Bitcoin, and that's got 16,500, and I explained Ashby's law of requisite variety, which has 9.35 thousand views. Do like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. An impact. Let's give you an example from my work. So we published a paper and shared it on the open access repository. This was the paper. It's called Broken Chocolate, published in Supply Chain Management. From the publisher's own site, 276 downloads. From the repository, Surrey, another 55. Created a presentation, created a film, put that up on YouTube, 127 views. Wrote some text, got that on The Conversation, 6,800 reads, republished in over 500 different locations. All of that was being shared on YouTube, The Conversation, shared that text with the Business School Marketing Department, tweeted about it, put it on Facebook and the various other links, put it all up on LinkedIn because I assembled it there as a post. So there it was on LinkedIn. I got 51 more reads, 19 comments. Direct message then from the executive of a chocolate firm. I also got contacts from the British Embassy in Colombia to meet some of their officials attending COP26. So you build your network in the context of this new forms of engagement, and you can get an awful lot of reach. So that's my presentation. This is the sort of stuff I do, some of my projects. Please do get in touch if you've got any questions. Obviously, like and subscribe.